These pillow panels are going to be turned into actual pillows. But first, I want to show you how to make the monogrammed applique and also how to attach kind of a ragged edge that eventually will turn into a chenille process. It's wonderful and you'll love it. To start this applique process, I want to transfer this letter M onto this material with the cute little baby dinosaurs. What we're essentially going to do is we're going to make an iron-on out of this. I cut a rough cut of the fabric here, as you can see. I also cut a rough cut of, this is Heat and Bond Ultra Hold. It's an adhesive paper. Sticky on one side, paper on the other side. That's very important. I'm going to take the sticky side and the back of my fabric over to the ironing board. I'm going to press them for like 2 seconds all over the place. We'll fuse those together and then we'll come back. Okay, this is fused to the adhesive. I'm also going to take my M. I'm going to turn it over, although you don't have to. You can keep it right side up. We're going to trace around it, and then I'm going to cut it with fabric scissors because this is fabric that I'm cutting. Is fused in place. See, it's not going to go anywhere. Now, normally in doing an applique at this point, you're going to do a nice zigzag stitch all around the edge as close as you can, and it can be very tedious. But we're going to do something a little different today. We're going to chenille the edge. I have taken the same baby dinosaur fabric and I cut some strips 5/8 of an inch wide. Now, the important part about these strips is they were cut on a 45-degree angle. These are bias strips. Do not just cut straight across or straight with the grain of fabric. This technique will not work. I'm going to take a glue stick, make sure it's water soluble. This says washable, and that's going to be the same thing. And I am going to run it along the edge of this letter M, and I'm going to tack down this piece of fabric. Now look, this is not exact or precise. When I get to a curve, I'm just going to put a little bend in it all the way up, and you can see I'm reaching a curve here. I'm at the top. I'm going to twist this around. You can see how imperfect that is. That's okay. All we're doing is tacking this down right now. I'm going to repeat this all the way around the edge. Then the only other thing we're going to do is I'm going to sew a straight stitch right down the middle of this bias tape that I'm gluing on. And it's going to go over the bumps. It's okay, leave the bumps there, because what's going to happen when we wash this, a few times and dry it, this piece of bias tape we just put on that's sewn only down the center is going to fluff up, and it's going to create that great effect that we want. I'm going to continue to glue stick down the next row. Here I'm at a corner again. I'm just going to bend this fabric over, leave a little lump, that's okay. I've run out, so I'm going to just pick up my next strip, just continue where I was at. It's like an art project in grade school. And I'm just going to stitch a seam right in the center of that bias tape all the way around. And this is the final product. Now, after washing this a couple of times, I did use this chenille brush, and it's available on sewingpartsonline.com to kind of rough up the edges. It really helped a lot, and I really appreciate that tool. In case you're wondering who the M is, that's my granddaughter, Madeline. Since you can't do for one without doing the others, I did a pillow panel for Everly, Juliana, and also Grayson, so they're all covered. And to me, I'm not Grandpa, I am Big Papa. So go make something for your kids, your grandkids, and if you have a grandparent name that they call you, put it in the comments. We would love to read it.